Hi guys, I'm Tori K here to show you a super fun, adorable craft. With the new Solo movie being released, I wanted to make this Chewbacca purse decoration slash keychain. This first version uses different size buttons for the face, and the second incorporates a little clay nose. I'll demonstrate the first and then show you how to make the nose if you'd like to add a bit more detail. If you want to see more easy projects, please subscribe to my channel and follow me on my social networks. Here's your list of supplies: hot glue, felt glue, needle, brown thread, purse hook, large pom-pom for the body, the kind that you attach to hats. I chose one with a loop at the top so I could secure my chain to it. I'll link it in the description below. 2 medium and 8 small pom-poms and corresponding brown for the feet. For the knapsack, you'll also need brown and white felt, elastic string, small buttons. Finally, you'll need 2 larger acrylic black buttons and 1 smaller button for the eyes and nose. If you're wanting to make a clay nose in place of the button nose, you'll also need black clay. I'm using Sculptly. This is the bakeable kind, but if you want to skip that process, use air dry. Clay sculpting tools. If you don't have those handy, you can also use a butter knife and a toothpick. Oven safe tray. Thread your needle with brown thread. I like to tie a little knot at the end to help secure my thread. Trim the excess off the top of the knot. I think it's only fair to give you a disclaimer at this point. I'm terrible at sewing, so I risk major injury for this craft. I would also ask any experienced crafters not to laugh at my struggles while watching this video. Back to the craft, secure your buttons to your pom-pom. I stick myself a few times while doing this. Find the top of your pom-pom where the hook sits. Push the fur back where you want the eyes. You'll want to place them higher up because we'll be attaching the strap of his knapsack underneath his face. Just pull the thread in a loop, wrapping it around the underside of the button to attach it to the fabric. Now attach the smaller black button nose a little below the eyes. If you've opted to make the clay nose, you can skip this step. I didn't bother to make a template for the knapsack since these shapes are easy enough to eyeball. Cut a straight length of brown felt for his strap. Get an estimated measure on the pom-pom and trim the excess. You want a bit to hang down since we'll be gluing the sack to this overhang. To make the bullets for his ammunition belt, cut another long strap of white. You'll want it to be approximately the width of the belt. Now cut them into small rectangles, trying to keep them similar sizes. Now attach the bullets with the felt glue. Glue them all down the belt, keeping them evenly spaced. It's okay if they hang off one side. We'll trim that in a moment. While the glue is drying, we're going to sew the sack. Fold the felt in half and cut a rectangle off. Keeping the 2 pieces together, cut a purse shape. We'll be sewing a running stitch all around, so make it a bit larger than you need to. Now with a sewing machine or hand stitching, sew around it, leaving the top opened and end your stitching. Now turn it inside out. You'll also need a flap for the top. It will need to be slightly less wide than the bag itself. The shape is similar to the one you cut for the bag, just a bit more narrow and longer. Cut out your shape and glue it to the inside using your felt glue. Let the glue dry at least 30 minutes. Take 1 medium, now for the feet. Take one medium brown pom-pom and run a strip of hot glue at the middle of the top. Glue 4 little pom-poms together to make the toes. Do the same with the other pom-pom. Now attach them to the underside of Chewie. Let your glue dry at least 30 minutes. If your ammunition strap is done drying, turn it over and trim the excess white off the sides. We are now going to attach the strap to Chewie. Thread your needle again. Now position where you want the strap to hang. With a couple of stitches, attach it under his face, his side, and back. You'll want both straps to meet on the opposite side with enough overhang to attach the bag. To enable your bag to close, I'm adding a button closure. Since I'm not a masochist, I'm not sewing my button on. Just add a dash of hot glue under the button and place it a little under where the flap closes. Thread your elastic thread on a needle, but don't tie it off. Bring it through one side and then the other, making a loop in front of the flap. Pull this loop a little, depending on how far you need your loop to extend, then tie the two ends together underneath. Take the finished bag and glue it to the side with hot glue. Finally, open the bottom ring and slip it through the top loop. If you'd rather add a more realistic clay nose, you can do so very simply. Cut off a bit of clay and knead it with your fingers to get it warm enough to work with. I did 2 different style noses to experiment, but only one of them looked good, so I'll just walk you through the steps to make that one. Make a circular disc shape. Put 2 indentations on either side and pull them down a bit to make them rounded. Bring the end down a bit and make the tip a bit triangular. Work the shape until it looks the way you want it. You can use your knife or your clay making tool to do so. Pull a line through the center. Now put the clay nose on an oven-safe tray and place it in your oven or toaster at 275 degrees Fahrenheit for about 5 to 8 minutes. Let your nose cool before securing it under his eyes with hot glue. You can use this little guide to jazz up your purse, and even use his little bag to carry tiny messages or valuables. He can also double as a snazzy keychain. What are your thoughts on the new Solo movie? Let me know in the comments below. Hope to see you soon. Bye.